When I was driving home last night, I noticed I was having a little bit of difficult time seeing with just the headlights on my FJ Cruiser. But when I pulled up to the garage, I noticed immediately what the problem was. This LED light is fine. However, this one is not. And you can clearly see the difference right there. Now, you heard me right. I said LED lights. Now, these things are supposed to last forever, right? Well, if you know something about FJ Cruisers, they have daytime running lights, or DRLs, which means the lights stay on all the time, which kind of eats into the lifespan of these LEDs. So in this video, we're going to be doing two things. Obviously, going to be replacing my LED bulbs with these that I just picked up off of Amazon, and I'm going to be disabling the daytime running light feature on this 2008 FJ Cruiser. So we're going to be replacing both of the headlights. So let me show you how to do this. First, you'll notice I have these LED lights. These are the ones that have burnt out. And to replace these, we're going to first start off by unhooking it from the power. And if your connector looks like that, you probably need to replace it and get another one. So I'll probably be doing that at a later date. Now that we have the light disconnected, these are LED lights, and so your halogen bulbs might just have a little plug that's right here, and so you would do the same thing. Now what we're going to do is we actually have to twist the LED light here. This is where the fan is located. We're going to twist that counterclockwise to disengage it from the mounting bracket, and I'll show you that once I get it out. Once you have twisted it counterclockwise, it should just kind of come out like that. So here is what the old LED light looks like, and we discovered that the reason why this one was not working is because it had a couple of bulbs out. Now we're not done. We now have to take off this rubber seal here, and we have to disengage the clips to get out the mounting bracket for the old LED light. Just simply do that. I know the angle is terrible, but there is a latch here and a latch here, and you simply just squeeze them together and then just let it kind of fall down, and then the mounting bracket is just nestled in there like that. So the LED lights we're going with are from a company I found off of Amazon called Terminator, made in China. But I was very intrigued by the design. So let's open up this box of these H4 type LED headlights and let's check them out. All right, so upon opening, and this really kind of them, they supply you with some gloves so that way you don't get your fingers all dirty like I have from my bedliner video. Still there after 2 weeks. And let's see what we got here. Got a little bag. Maybe this is the instructions. And then here are the headlights. When I first saw this, I was like, does that say Terminator or Terminator? But these are a little bit different because, as you'll notice, the old LEDs have all this extra contraption over here, and they have the fan that's on the back because these LED headlights do get pretty hot. And then it's got all this extra stuff kind of dangling out, but these are kind of in a more compact design, and the fan is actually located right here inside of the housing above the plug. So I thought that was kind of cool, and when I first read it, it said Terminator, but looking at it, it looked like Terminator or something super futuristic. So in this little bag was, like we thought, some paperwork. So there is a little QR code, little thing for a little upgrade program. And then I believe these are the specs of the LED, and maybe some instructions. Look at that, it has some instructions. So we kind of already know how to do this, but there they are, and it's nice that the box actually came with instructions on how to install. So let's put these gloves on, let's hop on over back to the car and put these puppies in. So installation is actually a lot more simple than it was before, and these gloves are super helpful because you're not going to get any oil or grease on the LEDs. That could probably potentially damage the bulb. So I went ahead and wiped it down after I got my grubby paws all over it. And so now let's go ahead with the install. So basically what you have are these little tabs right here that are going to fit into grooves or slots in the headlight housing. And it's real simple. You just line it up according to where the tabs are, and there's only one way that it can go. And once you have it in there, you then take your clips, and I know this is a great angle, and you just pull your clips back over and make sure the clips are tightly secured in each of their locations. From there, we take our rubber gasket, fit it around the back of the bulb, making sure that we have a tight fit, keeping this waterproofish. And then now you just plug in the plug. All right, so both headlights are installed, but it's still daytime. So I'm going to show you how we're going to ensure that the life of these new LED headlights are going to last, and that is by disabling the DRL, or the daytime running lights. And it's actually really simple. It requires no cutting whatsoever, and it's reversible. So right here under the hood and behind the light is this little nook down in here. And in that little nook, there is a gray plug, and you can kind of see it right there. Now, if you have big man hands like me, as my son is laughing because he knows that I don't have man hands, but if you have tiny hands, you can actually reach down in there and unplug that little plug. However, if you don't, there is a solution. The DRL plug is actually located right behind this little panel right here. And to remove this panel, it is very, very simple. You just reach your hand back inside behind the turn signal and push out to pop out this panel. Now, as you reach down into this little nook space, on either end of this little panel are actually two little push pins that you kind of have to push and then push out this area at the same time. And then once you have it popped like that, it's just as simple as taking this little trim piece and kind of pulling it in that direction and sliding it out from behind, that light right there. And look at there, there's the access to the DRL plug. And it's just as simple as pushing that little pin in there and then sliding it apart. Now, it may be easy to put one hand in through the top and hold one in, and then use another hand to come in through this area to slide it out. But once you push that pin out and pull that plug out, you are disconnected. So now that we are disconnected, let's make sure that it actually works like it's supposed to. All right, so the lights are off and the car is actually off as well. So I want to show you something. So I'm going to switch it into this position, and the lights on the cab came on even though you can't see that. But then when I switch it into the light position, you can see no lights are on. Switch it on, lights came on. Lights came on. Switch it off, lights are off. All the way off, everything goes off. Now let's crank the car and see if the DRL situation works. Car's cranked. We put it in gear and the lights didn't come on. So that's how we know it worked. All right, so now that we know that the daytime running lights have been disengaged, we are going to install our little panel back again, and it's just the reverse process. Slide it in behind that little light. There is a little notch right here that you must slide this little piece right here around. So line that up, slide it into place, and then just push those two pins, those two clips, back into their location. So I'm finally getting out to even be able to show you what these things look like, and this is just in a random neighborhood that's pretty dark, except for that one street light that's not helping at all. But you can kind of see the line. Let's see if we can see it right here. You can see where the line of projection is, and then you can also see that little dip where it protects from blinding the oncoming traffic. This is a great spot right here, so I'm gonna stop. So these lights are fantastic. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And let's just see what the brights look like real quick. Watch this. boom, gives me such good vision ahead, and I still have enough down at the bottom like I were to have fog lights. Now I actually have some grill lights, so I'll show you. This is just the regular, you know, just regular lights, and then here's the high beams, the brights, and then I'll add my grill lights. Plenty of light. And then if we want to get crazy and add the up top roof rack, boom, I gotta adjust that because the little hood is a little crazy. And then I also have some ditch lights that are not angled at all whatsoever, so I probably need to fix those. But guys, all in all, I love these lights. Make sure you go in the description and check them out and go pick you up some. So as you saw there, I think they came out great. I mean, they're just lights, but sometimes you just get excited about the little things. If you want to check them out, make sure you go down the link below. I have it in the description there for you. So thank you once again for watching me rig my ride for my adventure, one mod at a time.